Hello students, today we are going to understand about the blood and its component in the unit body fluid and circulation. So let's start. Let us start with what is blood. Blood can be defined as spatial connective tissue as it is a spatial connective tissue consisting of the plasma and formed elements. The formed elements includes RBC, WBC and platelets. So now let us understand about the volume. In male, the total blood is of about 5 liters of its weight, while of its female, it consists of about 4.5 liters. So now let us understand further. As blood has two components, plasma component and formed elements component. So now let us talk about the plasma. As the plasma that consists of about 55% of the blood. Now within the plasma, it also possesses the water content. This water content is about 90 to 92 percentage. As the plasma has two components. First, organic component or organic part, and second, inorganic part. Now, the organic part that includes proteins. The protein constituent, which is about 6 to 8 percentage, and the major protein which are fibrinogen. This fibrinogen acts as an blood clotting factor, which helps the blood to clot. Second, albumin. Albumin helps in the osmoregulation within the blood. And the third, that is globulin, and especially gamma globulin. This acts as an defense mechanism of our body. The another word of the globulin is immunoglobulin or antibody. This antibody fight against the foreign pathogens, which helps to fight against the infection, so called as the defense mechanism of our body. Now, the plasma has inorganic constituent. This inorganic constituent includes the small amount of the minerals, and these minerals are sodium, calcium, magnesium, etc. They are the inorganic part of the plasma. Further, let us understand about the formed element, which consist of about 45% of the blood. This includes erythrocytes. The word erythro, it means red, and cytes, it means cells. So called as red blood cells. In the same way, leuco, it means white, and cytes, it means cells, so called as white blood cells. Platelets, called as thrombocytes. So now let us understand each of them. The very first formed element is erythrocytes, also called as red blood cells. These red blood cells are formed in the red bone marrow in the adult. Now, if we look in the shape of RBC, then it is biconcave and it is devoid, that means the nucleus is absent. And if we talk about the lifespan, then it is about 120 days. This RBC get destroyed in spleen, which is called as graveyard of RBC. In the adult human, it is about 5 to 5.5 million per mm cube. So this was about the erythrocytes. Now let us classify the leukocytes, which is also called as WBC. The total leukocyte count is about 6,000 to 8,000 per mm cube. But in case of infection, this number, that is total leukocyte count, may found to be increased, because we know that the leukocytes, they act as a soldier and they fight against the infection. So during this condition, it has been observed that there has been total leukocyte count is found to be increases. Now let us classify the WBC. The WBC is classified into two main types. The very first is agranulocytes and second, which is called as the granulocytes. Now if we talk about the agranulocytes, then it includes lymphocytes and second, monocytes. Now if we look into the agranulocytes, within the agranulocytes, there has been found three main types. They are eosinophil, basophil, and neutrophil. Now there is the another word which is called as leukemia, which is also called as blood cancer. During this type of the blood cancer, it has been observed that there has been tremendous increase in the total leukocyte count. So this was about the white blood cell. Now let us understand the another component which is called as the platelets. As the platelets, they are also called as thrombocytes. Now what do these platelets do? These platelets helps in the clotting of blood. Now suppose this is the injured blood vessels, and during this time there has been aggregation of the platelets. As the platelets may aggregate, this results into stopping of excess amount of the blood flow. So these platelets will stop the excess amount of the blood to be flown out from the body. So as they will be aggregated in this manner, which results into the clot formation. And the example, that is, there are many examples, but here calcium plays a major role in the blood clotting formation. The another example, that is about fibrinogen, which is a blood clotting factor, which helps in the clotting of blood. Now let us read the sentence. Platelets releases some substances. Now what these some substances are? These substances, they are nothing but it is clotting factor. This clotting factor, which are involved in clotting of blood during any injury on the body, as these clotting factors will aggregate and will prevent the excess blood loss from our body. So this was about the platelets, and this was about the total blood and its constituent or the component. Thank you.